Last week, I was at my grocery store picking out peppers to make salsa. And there were two ladies that were doing the same thing. We just kind of got started talking about what we were doing. And they told me what I was making as salsa is actually Pico de Gallo. That's used as a salad, a garnish, a dip. Some people call it salsa fresca because it's all fresh ingredients and it's not cooked. For the salsa, they use the same ingredients. They cook the tomato and the peppers together until the peppers are soft with a little water. I'm using 1 serrano and 1 jalapeno. And my tomato goes in. We'll simmer that. You can puree it with a mixer, food processor, blender, whatever you've got. I happen to have a Vitamix. It's going in there. I always thought that the serrano was the mildest, followed by the jalapeno, and then the habanero. And they said no. It's the jalapeno's the mildest, followed by the serrano, and then if you want it really hot, the habanero. They sounded like they knew exactly what they were talking about, but when I got home, I just kind of had to look it up. I looked up the difference between salsa and Pico de Gallo. Sure enough, the Pico de Gallo is the same ingredients as in the salsa. They're chopped kind of coarsely so that when they're mixed up, you can see all of them. And they call it a salad or a side dish. Salsa is cooked. Then it's pureed. And then when it gets cold, then you add your cilantro to it. The ladies in the produce department knew what they were talking about. In the description for this video is a discounted coupon. If you click on it, it will take you directly to my course where you can purchase the whole low-sodium Mexican cooking course for $9.99. It's got a lot of good things in there for you. Our Pico de Gallo or our salsa, either one. Total ingredients is 11 milligrams of sodium. Store-bought for a half a cup ranges from 300 milligrams up to 960 for a half a cup. Of course, the ladies told me to put salt in both of them, but we just can't do that. When I got home from the store, I made the salsa the way that they said to, and it is really good. I have 1 tomato. I have a little water in my saucepan. My tap water's got sodium. It says it on. If your water has sodium in it and you cook with it, the water kind of evaporates. The sodium goes into the food. My peppers are deveined and seeded. I have 1 jalapeno cut in here and 1 serrano. And when you do your peppers, you really do want to use rubber gloves. I'm going to simmer these until the peppers get soft. The pico de gallo and the salsa have identical ingredients. For the pico, all of the ingredients are coarsely chopped and just mixed together. Put them in the refrigerator for a couple hours and let those flavors mingle and do a taste test. If you like it with a little more garlic, that's the time. You can put some garlic in it. If you want more cilantro, doctor it up and make it just the way you want it. In the past, when I've served what I call salsa, it always surprised me because when we had company, many times they would take the salsa and put it on the plate. They'd use it as a garnish or put it on the tacos, but they'd also eat it with the pork. And that's because it was salad. The ingredients for both is 1 tomato, peppers of your choice, 1 clove of minced garlic, 1/4 of a sweet onion, chopped, cilantro, about 2 tablespoons or so, fresh cilantro, chopped, and I like to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin and 1 tablespoon of lime juice. For the salsa, you want the onion to be chopped a little finer. A tomato and our peppers are in my little Vitamix. I'm going to turn it on for just a couple of seconds and puree it. Doesn't take very long at all. Pour it in a bowl. Add the onion, the garlic, and the cumin. Mix it up. This is going to go in my refrigerator until it's cold, because according to the ladies, you don't want to put the cilantro in until it gets cold, because you don't want to cook it. You want it to be fresh. The salsa can be frozen. We're not adding salt to either one of these items, so our shelf life is not as long as if we had purchased it at the store. We've got fresh ingredients in here. We don't want to make more than what we're going to use in 3 or 4 days. The salsa can be frozen. When it's thawed out, it'll have a little bit of water on it, and we just have to drain that off, and it can be still used as a dip. If you're using it in a recipe, you don't have to drain the water off. Just use it. Salsa is going in my refrigerator. When it gets cold, I'm going to put that cilantro on it, and we got good salsa. Please subscribe to my channel. Click on the little bell, and every Friday when I put a new video out there, a low sodium tip or a new recipe, you'll hear a little ding when it's ready for you to look at.